It's about 5:30 p.m. here on Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. We're in the last 10 days of April, and pretty soon it's going to be May, and then May's going to turn into June. We're getting some much needed rain. I think we got about half an inch already. It's going to keep raining probably for the rest of the week, and the next week it's going to rain some more. So I'm hoping that we get inches and inches of rain. I'm hoping that we can build up that moisture layer under the soil. And this dog is for sale, by the way. Anyway, so here I moved the rams. There was a break in the rain, so I calculated coming out here and getting it done while it wasn't raining so much, and I finished just in time as it started raining again. Down little buddy. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and the rams are here. Two of these rams are breeding rams that I really want to use to breed with the sheep, and what I'm going to do is, when it comes time to put the rams on the sheep, I'm going to bring them in first, maybe like a week early or something like that, give them a few days head start, and then bring the other ones in just in case those two don't do their job. I was thinking this morning of a 6-month breeding cycle, where maybe that's too, I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about that. But I'm thinking of putting the rams on twice in a year. So I think if I put them on in January, then I should get June lambs, which is ideal. And then 6 months after January is July. And so July should give me December lambs, for those that didn't breed. But I'm also thinking of just putting them on once a year, and that's that, you know. If they don't breed, they don't breed. Yep, I got one chicken left. Sometimes they fly out and they disappear. I can't find a carcass anywhere. Maybe they join the geese as they fly north again. I don't think I'm going to buy more chickens this year. I think the time for that has already passed. But besides, I don't have the time to manage chickens. It takes enough time for me to take care of the sheep here. I will mention that the sheep and the rams, they have loose stool, very loose stool. I assume that's just because they're eating an excess of protein, because they're eating the fresh green grass. I did kind of push them a little bit too hard. I was thinking yesterday maybe I should move them, but I'm like, nah, let's let them eat that grass one more time. But in hindsight, I'm probably like, no, I should probably move them sooner. So I'll probably move them every 2 or 3 days. Try to keep ahead of the grass a little bit. And I don't know if you could see, but where they were previously, so that's where they were last time. And then before that, they were behind that fence there, and the grass has already recovered significantly. Not enough that I'd graze it again, but enough that the grass is healthy and they're not overgrazing. So, yeah. And I think the sheep were here like 3 or 4 months ago. I want to say that. Probably sooner than that, more recently than that, but I'm not really sure. But you can see the grass. It really doesn't grow until mid-April, and then it all takes off together. It doesn't matter whether you grazed it or not. So you can see that sheep there. He's shedding. A lot of the ewes are doing the same thing. This is one of the benefits of having a hair sheep, is you don't have to shear them. They shed naturally every year. They regrow that hair in time for winter. So that one back there, he's shedding too. You can see that. So yeah, so the ones with the horns, so this guy here, that's a Katahdin, and that's a Katahdin. Those two are the ones that I'm going to use for breeding purposes. I want to get more of their genetics. There's been a little research that I've heard about with the horns, and it suggests that sheep with horns have an easier time in the summer. It helps them stay cool. So I don't know what the drawbacks of horns are on sheep. Maybe they cause damage. That's one of the reasons why they don't want cattle to have horns, is they hurt the other cows sometimes. With the longhorns, they have a problem because the gates aren't designed for longhorns, so you have to kind of process them specially. But I don't think it's going to be an issue to have sheep with horns. I'd like to have sheep with horns for heat tolerance and different reasons. So It's just fun watching them nibble at the grass. The sheep, when they're comfortable, they kind of spread out like this. And previously, before I went to the sheep row, they were spread out throughout the entire row. They were just all nibbling on their own little patch of ground, and when I drove up, they all got together again. But that guy there, boop, he is one of the original sheep that I bought, and so he's probably 4 or 5 years old now. This little guy, I think he was born early last year, so he's probably over a year old. I don't know. This guy is definitely, I think, over a year old. This guy, I think, is 2 years old. And I think the rest of these guys are probably over a year. That guy's probably about a year old. So a lot of these guys are pretty young. And I really don't want to run through the rain to the car. So you can see it's coming down quite hard. So guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.